How many gifts have you done, Ovi? Let's see, how about that? How about we flip this? Gift more? Yeah, dude, I'll shift the blame right now. Okay, Wolves on defense. Should be 100%, honestly. Here you go, right. 2-0 on pistols, right? Ooh, Moniette.
Good old classic clash of forces at the start of the pistol. Silfat is
dude. Okay, fast pistol.
So RRQ, the party comes to them.
Do I shamelessly need to shift that onto you now? It's pretty good.
Aggression. The three-piece multi-kill. Starting off hot here. Had some good moments, some rough moments on map 1. Was certainly playing
fast pistol, really fast pistol. Moniette did very nice on this though.
He was the scapegoat.
The classic, classic Icebox round.
He had to find his own way.
It's an actual just 3-person duel at spawn. It's insane.
Here on RRQ.
It's really taken a long time for RRQ to find their own way. Just slowly shifting pieces in their roster as 2024 went on, and then Crazy Guy really being the final piece of the puzzle.
Okay, they're allowed 2 deaths on this one, and I didn't see who picked up the orb.
Jemkin going to get another first kill.
I don't know who they're trying to snowball.
Anti-eco, that is his specialty, as the rest of the team slowly make their way back. Yellow.
Wait.
Oh,
wow, that might have been 2 taps, 2 headshots there. Wyatt?
Yeah, they were basically lined up. Okay,
Spike down, B.
Trade that out, but that does
Moniette 3 away from his ult though.
Ultimately, doesn't matter.
Okay, well they were allowed this death, and they get the plant anyway, so everyone keeps everything. They still got the ghost if they want to throw that over as well. Pyro, hello mate. Thanks so much for 23 months. Let me see this double kill real quick. Oh my. Last 2 bullets.
That is absolutely raw.
Listen, Moniette is getting pretty close early to having a Viper's Pit from one of these post plants. He is feeling good. You cannot blame him. All right, RRQ, what do you have on this bonus? That basically feels like a full buy. They have 3 Vandals.
Revealing area.
Just your standard recon to get that close info.
I think it's better to introduce a new map or a new agent, or make agent changes before international events. I mean, in an ideal world, nothing like that happens.
They've done their homework. Jemkin.
In an ideal world, it's like you get the same map that you qualified with.
Will be mightier than the Vandal in this case. Juicy stripped down to a bare 57 points of health. He's out of there.
On the retreat with Wire.
Like, the only reason this one was so big is because Teo was so overpowered though. So yeah, it's normally the agent changes, but it depends on how big they are.
Feel very content to just take the space for free.
It's a great trade on this one. Spacing was really good. I felt like there were 3 people to make sure they got that trade on that.
Way up a green again and slow this down. They lack that level of stall utility that RRQ has access to. Oh, Xvera gets the drop.
Ready for that.
Ooh, still no plan on this one.
We are going to get into a 3 versus 3 post plan.
Yeah, Moniette's a little bit low. Wait, Moniette's just going far away over to this one. They got a cross and they heard the dash as well, so they know that there's one here.
Able to get fully
kinda...
The cloud goes up so they can cross with some safety. The breaking of that turret is
sure, let's see what Lysol can do.
Give things away.
Moniette had a chance to get ahead of that timing, but could have been awkward. He would have been on his own.
It's a full commitment from Lysol, a very experienced player on this
10 seconds.
Time is dwindling so low. Pressure right now gets his.
Oh, he did good though.
Shot doesn't start with, but at least he's able to find a 1-for-1. Dizzy out on the side. It's Jemkin. Vulnerable down to 47. Sees the wingman coming.
Okay, nicely done. Wolves handled this well in the end. Wolves did handle this well. Maybe could definitely argue that the luck went for too much.
Just in time to be able to play off of Lysol's decision to anchor in this situation with that Dizzy coming up top. Moniette forced to break. Perfect swing out timing from Spring.
Spring? No, he's been so good. He's been so good.
For every reason, they're getting off to a decent start after dropping the pistol. Stopping that RRQ bonus is a big deal, and the fact that now we'll still have so many rifles to levy against RRQ's actual
Okay, recon goes in, but they also to the recon back. We got 4 B control with the jet. Obviously the walls here, so it kind of creates a little bit of pressure over towards her.
They just have Moniette towards spawn. Waiting out to see
That
if there's
tune with
any
the 6
potential
mums,
progression,
man.
given
Thank you for
Wolves
doing that,
show
dude.
the willingness to push hard through B main on that first
I'm not sure what
pistol.
Liquid will do.
Again, Drone's going to
I want to
come
say
out
the
this
6-man
close.
roster was only for this event, but
Jumkin to slowly
I
work
know they
into
signed him
position. They wanna
properly,
wait for
but I don't know if
Spiker's
that's like a
wall.
contract thing or
No
what.
anchor.
Either way, I have faith in the coaching staff.
They're hoping to make
There'll be a
use of that
chance.
Gecko util, the Aldrone to get them here. And that Snakebite has effectively stopped the plan for the time being.
They are taking the timer. Wolves going to try to flood
Yeah,
this.
trying to see if they're going to fast load on this one. That's the important jaw, and they can get the spike down. This is Viper ult that they nearly killed there. Viper ult goes down. It's not the best one. Doesn't give you the safest position to stand. This guy should get spammed, really.
That's all because Monyet got started so early.
No real utility at all for Wolves. It's going to come down to finding a timing in this pit, trying to root Monyet out.
She assumes the position and Heaven's side, but doesn't quite have the chance for making the shot. Crazy guy makes it count.
Guess I'm
Monyet
not
inside
spamming
the
in
pit
this
there
one.
with the shorty. And that's just a situation
Win one,
where
lose the
Wolves
next,
don't really
1-9
have
loss
anything
bonus.
to play into that pit.
Pretty
It's
rough
too
for them.
early for the ultimates that could actually give them an edge there.
I think they missed the timing window that they needed to take, which was flooding back in when there was some initial stall. They stopped the spike being put down. There were 3 players in that dark cover heaven. But YU takes that first duel. It was a little disjointed from everyone else. I would have liked to have seen them have gotten very proactive before the spike went down, before Monyet could have even gotten that pit off. Lacking that Gecko with the wingman is really tough in that situation, trying to get back in. It's resulted with Wolves being put to a very
Here go one sit in spawn.
Juicy again, just loving to push up B main, and
It's a dangerous score, Desperate.
Yet in the spawn has to be patient.
Smoke
without
over
any
towards
further
middle.
push.
Yeah, and they spot it, so that gets some eyes over towards middle, yeah, for sure. Also, there's been a potential gap here the whole time, so the longer kind of RRQ wait, the more potential question marks or areas that they could have got.
Team starting to shine through. There's no information really for Wolves about his movements on the map now. This, in theory, would draw someone like Juicy out. That's a token of their Viper ball. Juicy's starting to wonder what the purpose is. He knows. He knows RRQ are not going B. He knows it's a fake. Just push up pretty close with his pistol. Won't go well.
Three fast and swing.
To accelerate, this is going to be a free
Yeah, they gotta go
plan.
fast on this one. Cushy, if he gets to the plant, gets his ult. Not saying he's going to use it into this round, but
Buy round things are looking good for RRQ. Would be shocked if they lose too many guns in this situation at all either.
I mean, the level of meticulous that RRQ have taken into this basically full anti-eco round is pretty astounding. They know how important it is to
what was
start to
going
build that
down is
economic
probably the
base,
best person to farm these, really.
They respect Wolves.
If
even
Crazy
on a
Guy
round
can
where
get one
they're
kill,
basically
his ult
nothing.
into the next round be really nice. Big buy round, they'd have to go against Omen ult and Sova ult.
Particularly patient and going for some late round pivots anyhow, but it definitely does feel like that pistol round 4-man push from Wolves early on instilled the fear of God in them, and now they are waiting out the potential for a play like that again. And even what was it, round 2 or 3, Juicy just kind of ran it down B main.
Oh, okay, Crazy Guy. I know he saw that. Why you
From
Sheriff
him.
will detain, and then he will perish to the blast. So Wolves really only popped up for air.
Okay, big ults here.
One so
Big
far.
ults.
that
Does
first
Wolves
buy
want
round.
a timeout before this?
Outside of
Yeah,
that
they do.
silence,
Do they got a lot
somewhat
to
that
talk
will
about
be
here
out
as
there in the
well?
hands of Juicy.
There's
Big
so
investment
many
made.
Omen ult
Locked down
strats
and
on this
ready
map.
for the defenders, and now it's time to put their heads together. Think of how they're supposed to craft a winning recipe in this round.
One enemy remaining.
Cushy will definitely be saving that Hunter's Fury though if the lockdown is used. Just the natural, easy 1-for-1 ult counter could come up. Wolves have also saved up enough cash where they can get an op into the hands.
How do you think
of
snowballing
Juicy,
can be
go for
reduced in this
some
game?
of those standard control plays where you
The
have
best
your
one I heard
objectives
was no
watching
orbs
over
for
B
plant
main,
and
the rest of the
defuse.
team
I
can
think that's probably the best
stack
change
up
you could make to the
towards
game.
A.
Because then it's a little bit hard
Standard ways
to
control the
a
map.
little bit harder to like focus on one person
Yeah, I
to
mean, we
get
saw
them.
how that previous round went RRQ
It's like the
very
one
carefully.
change that I kind of like
Went
someone in
A,
chat
hoped
said
for a
ages
push
ago.
up,
I
had
think
a
it's cool
player
idea.
sat in spawn,
Other than that, I
watching
don't
the
think
big flank,
it's
it never came,
possible to do
but
it too
eventually
much.
they did test Juicy. It was
Maybe
like a 1
honestly,
versus
maybe
4
teams
jump
need to
with
buy
classic.
stingers more.
Now that kind of round
There's
looks
also
vastly
like
different,
a
of course,
thing as well.
as they can
Like if
post
you
them
actually
up on
look
yellow.
at G2 success
Or
rate
on
of stingers, it's probably
channel
pretty
over
high.
on the A side, that's less
So
common now because it's so easily denied by an
maybe how
Aldrone to push
teams
that
are actually
off the line.
approaching the second round isn't the
Now
best at the
Wolves
moment.
Far more options at the
It's a little bit
disposal
hard
of
on
Wolves this
defense,
side.
I really do want to give Fade a lot of credit.
Absolutely.
The timeouts that he's been taking throughout this tournament.
That would lower the skill ceiling.
easy to
The plant thing with
Point at the
orbs? I don't
players
think
who
so.
are Going insane individually when spring is
It's not like
coupled
it's
with
it's
so
not like
many
it. Every team does it.
wins. He's
All
putting
the way
up
down
sick
to. I mean,
numbers.
you should be doing it
Juicy
ranked,
the
in my
same.
opinion. So
We've
I
seen
don't think it
countless
changes the
times
skill
out
too
of
much
these
in terms of the
timeouts
person that
Wolves
plants gets an orb.
directly
I
are
think it's
able to
okay to take
win
that away.
The subsequent round. Fade has done so much for this team. Let's see if it'll be the case here. Juicy is opting to actually push down mid with this op. Early jump
Okay,
being
Omen
used by
all
RRQ to take
pretty much
space
next to
away.
themselves with the
But he
smoke. They're kind of
smoked-
baiting
he
like
smoked his
Paper
defense
X,
side
right?
forwards,
Pretty
and
much
this
just making it look like the
definitely
Paper X strat. Got a
looking in
recon
that
over towards here. They
direction.
make a lot of
There is
space, and
getting
hey,
open window for
there's
RRQ to
1,
poke them
2,
elsewhere.
3 pass looking over towards spawn for this.
The
So they got a lot
iconic
of
king
space
play,
for
but
this
it's
one,
not
especially
going
they break
to
the alarm bot over
happen. Even
towards
further is
here.
Jemkin trying to
It's
sell
it's nice from
presence on
RRQ.
it. There are rotates being drawn over there, and now
Yeah, really nice.
that's
Now they know where the
why
Omen
he's
is.
caught in the open. It's
Yeah,
not
this
even
was cool.
trade.
Just
Can't find one.
playing off of the
And
pressure.
on for Juicy, had to find some value this round, and so it
Maybe
does.
a bit of an
There will
overstep,
still be
but
a
obviously
plant.
they
There was
didn't have the
one
wall
yet.
over towards here.
Disrespects the poison orb. Doesn't quite mind if he decays down. He gets his job done.
Maybe Jemkin hoping to find a timing where he can get top 2, pick up that angle. Now just going to rotate back to B main, meet up with the rest of the pack. Juicy pressuring back down.
Killjoy, oh, got Sova ult to break it. With that, they carry on making space over towards.
In theory, in the back corner, but Xperu.
How, dude? Show me that POV. How did you get 2 here? That
Unclear
was sick.
how he manages to pull that off. But either way, it's back-breaking for Wolves to suffer that double there. Lockdown committed by Lysor. No result for the defenders. RRQ looking dominant.
The most unique, cool thing about this RRQ team is how much they love to run fakes. And
Damn, that second kill
choosing to
is
go for that pretty mental
pretty nice,
fake
man.
right out of the timeout just to throw a wrench in the works of the plans laid by Wolves.
God, dude,
Bringing the
coaches
opposite
going
that
for
way
it will
completely
never,
disrupts
ever
the
get
defensive
boring.
Setup. It's just so bizarre to have
It's
a
so
fake open
satisfying to
TP
watch.
into a smoke in spawn, the Jemkin selling an A hit so they can get
I'll
to
never
B
get bored
with
of it,
only one
ever.
defender there. It is a crazy round. It's just so cool to use that out of a timeout just as a massive
gives you PTSD. It
disruption
gives me, like,
to
the
whatever
reverse,
intentions
man.
Wolves were going to be.
And it's kind of conditioning
it
as
brings
well.
me so
Because
much
what
happiness.
happens next time Crazy Guy does that? Does he stick it? If he gets another ultimate on this half, I'd be very curious to see how he makes use of it. Mosh pit going to be drawn out of the defenders here on the B side. That's to stall
Sadistic?
RRQ,
It's
but
really
hey,
sadistic, yeah.
absolutely
I'm not
no
arguing
hurry.
against that.
Here. It is just this patented patience. Will Wolves walk into their waiting arms? A couple of players getting back yellow with these sheriffs in hand. Jemkin is
Well.
prepped and ready.
Ooh, you saw 2 on the jump spot.
Tailwind forward, wants to take the fight. Easily handles YU. Goes a little bit low.
Omen flash.
Here.
This is
Hey,
more
they got some nice stuff though.
than enough for RRQ so far. Once again, respecting these anti-eco situations they're forced to play into. Having to shove Juicy
Good
off the
molly.
line. The Blade Storm is awkwardly applied. Juicy can't get value when Jemkin knows he's going to be coming
Nice
from the left
recon,
anyway.
yeah. Omen flash recon with Viper Molly. It was pretty
What's
good.
happening here, Lysor?
30 seconds left.
With dash
Effortless
into
play
smoke as
from
well.
RRQ. Jemkin just
Like how are you meant to react to that? If your Omen flashed here, you go forwards.
Just an
His teammates are going to kill you anyway.
So consistent with that.
Actually really
this
nice.
attack half so far. That is what he is known for.
Honestly, RRQ also more than happy to spend ultimates in these anti-eco scenarios. They don't care. They respect Wolves' capacity on rounds like this just as much as any other, apparently.
Okay, very, very nice. Got the
Flawless round
Killjoy
for
ult going to the
RRQ.
next round as well.
Stacks are piling up.
And Wolves have some ults though.
The economic
They got
damage
some
was
ults.
not abandoned in the slightest anyhow, so we'll give that one a pass.
This is a lot nicer from RRQ. We're seeing some nice stuff here.
One enemy
Having to path out of the way because of Jemkin dashing in there. No opportunity to turn and break the recon. All too easy, Wolves. Again, they want to invest into this operator. Big cash being spent. Juicy not able to find impact in the game yet. Not able to make his mark. Maybe it is now.
Okay,
well
ult goes out.
cover up
But the walk
the
behind with a
sideline.
recon got the smoke
to
as
stay
well.
top.
Yeah, it's
has
hard
a
to get
teammate
anything
help.
done with the op when you
There
got
was
that
an
smoke out
opportunity
here
there.
as
He
well.
lingered.
They now know that the
Dark
ops
cover
there.
operating is like the Cascade would in these harbor comps, denying Juicy the ability to keep
Killjoy
over the fight
or
wall.
they got Sova ult if they want to.
Very straightforward from RRQ. Working to be main, get the lockdown off, get the
Drone to
site.
re-clear middle. It's going to accept it. Still focusing on that Sova ult. Molly's here, but he can just tank the plant.
Significant initiator ultimates that Wolves will have to make a real go at this retake.
Big pause.
The plan for YU.
There's a
Okay,
big
Juicy's able
pause.
to pick Monyet off. Xfero's tucked here.
Oh.
Juicy suspects it, but he's been showing barrel this entire time. Some spam through the walls. In fact, gives himself away, but Xfero wants a bit more of it towards the snowman direction. This time, though, Wolves finding some success in his post plant. Ping on Crazy Guy now, and he's going to have to face the music. Eventually, Wolves going to come to collect. In order that
What are you meant to do?
YU pushes on up.
What are you meant to do there?
Good composure
I
there.
tell you what,
Wolves,
the nice
they
from
have
Wolves,
to
they
deal with the lockdown on that
didn't
round.
use any ults in this.
They can
I think
recover the
someone messed up
operator
on
for use
site
later.
from RRQ, and I want to say it was Jemkin.
Entrench themselves in the site.
I need
Problem
to
with doing that on
see.
Icebox,
I just missed the kill.
So many positions.
One
I
enemy
mean, look at like we're seeing two players just walking up through orange there, and then when you're Xfero, you're awkwardly forced to take a duel with someone that could be in-spawned, and there's a guy in Snowman. It's really overwhelming. I think they wanted to try and play
Back to the normal post plan. It was a fine idea, right? They kind of realized if they stuck in these areas, they're probably going to eat the fish or eat the Sova ult, so they wanted to try to go aggro, try to get the pick on one of those players.
Difficult to play either
It's not too
situation
bad. It was more just like the
regardless.
pressure of the
That being said,
ults
it's resulted in Wolves
made them
not
change how
having
they
to
normally
use
play
a
their after
single
plant.
ult yet.
No one for Wolves is in this kitchen.
Big changer for
Or
them.
slope
Pass over
area.
towards middle with 3.
Move up there from Spring. You kind of see
Dude,
there's
Spring
something
is-
funky happening in mid.
He's just the guy. Damn, bro.
Shot. Lethal shot onto Moon. Yeah, that was
With a Phantom.
so fast. Just as he rounded that corner.
Wolves really just playing back into the map.
This is looking quite disastrous for RRQ. They're trying to now just slowly creep into this A site. Spring is hungry for more, but shut down by Jemkin.
Okay,
Opportunity to get
don't lose
in.
this round though.
Going to be difficult to plant, perhaps. These mollies going to keep them at bay. Wolves are
Nothing
not
really to
fully
stop the
lined up.
plant.
They haven't rotated too
And they might be able to
quickly
get the good
over.
plant.
It's
They
not
get
like
the
they
good
can flood
plants.
in
Keep
a
an eye on the
route.
lack over
Sure,
towards
often
middle. It's like the main play at the moment.
Fair shot here. Again, I keep repeating myself, but it's these
Especially as
ultimates
like
from Wolves.
there's 2 people that have to
This
kind of
round
stand
should be
still to
clear.
use their
They're
ults.
close, but my eyes are on
Gonna be able to go
X-Factor.
pretty much on the
Wants to
timing
be
of his ult,
X-Factor.
you'd
He's
imagine.
working his way up mid on this flank.
Chillfat's watching for it though. I don't think Xfero has the time.
Yeah, he was ready for this.
There's a thrash. Then there's a player on 14. They drop down. Jemkin in the site though. He's fighting for his life. White's always headshot and Kuchi on the move up. Catches
No
out
way,
YU.
one
Now
bullet.
we're down to
Managed
2
to
players
dodge all the
for Wolves,
ults.
and they've got to make something happen.
Dude, your time is
Fury
super low.
Collects nothing. Tucked in Kuchi.
standing.
Juicy from above descends on him. Shorty claims
Oh boy,
it.
can't see it.
And now Jemkin doesn't have the line. He doesn't have a
He's
shot on
owned him.
the spike.
Oh.
Gets rid of Juicy, but Superfat is on
We
there.
got off it.
And is able to just win it out. Time is on their
Oh
side.
my god, that's close, man.
And the Wolves get
That's
a crucial
close.
third round.
God, I was nervous when he got off of that.
0.09 is absolutely crazy. Coach Payne needed to
Just a wry smile.
so yeah, slight smile, take a sip. That looked doomed for Jemkin,
Man.
given he was
Crazy
so
decision
far
making,
away.
really nice.
Oh my god. That's keeping Wolves in the
This is the
It's just
big
not
stare
getting
down.
any easier. RRQ are so economically ahead.
Oh, there's a
It's
nuts round.
fly after fly after fly. Spring on this round is
Viper
going to
ult
opt to
with
just use up
the
it immediately,
alarm
control
bot
towards
here
the
as well.
space side, standard one
Waiting for
from
some kind of
down.
aggro.
The hope for RRQ, if they want to get through it, is
Dude, they
going
use
to
that
be
Killjoy
using
really.
Crucial's drone.
I mean,
It's not
I'm
going
not
to
saying
be
weird, but it's
expended.
just like
And then you
a
have
lot of
Juicy
time heavy over
controlling
towards A.
Canadian
I know this
Beyond.
is a Viper
good
setup.
setup for Wolves right now. I like what they're doing in this early round.
The defense side, KJ turret location is really interesting. Watching out towards top mid, but Lysor is exploring that himself.
I mean, mid is really the only
Okay, we got
good
that
option map where
drone to
Wolves
force off the op.
have a bit of anxiety. And that's
3
why they have
passing over
rotated
towards
on
middle.
a couple players. You do have Superfat. Oh my god, dangerous. Swings into Jemkin. Never want to do that.
He has to take that
It's a
risk
nice
because there's
smoke
no
with what's
turret to
going
take
on as well,
contact
but
with
this is a
you.
great
You
re-clear.
can't swing off that.
Insta drone over
Actually sent out
towards
the
here,
drone
just
to
hovered
clear through,
around.
Doesn't spot anyone. Doesn't see anyone going under two.
Yeah, they kind of cleared that pressure
Juicy
pretty
will have
fast
an
on this.
opportunity to open this
So
round
he's
up.
done
Drone's
good.
not going to spot him.
This is dangerous. Very dangerous.
Oh, this is
He
insanely
in
dangerous.
The lion's den. And he's just able to get out somehow. Low is YU. Mognet runs into him. Here's a burst of
Eight
pace from RRQ.
8
Juicy
HP,
in
managed to
that
get
kill,
another.
Able to lock it down. It's Jemkin taken out of the game. Juicy knows he's going to get
Got a
pushed
luck
around
on
the
a
corner.
luck.
Kushik
Oh, he saw him.
finally fell
You saw him top side, no?
RRQ have found the opening.
I
They
didn't see him
need.
top
Monyet has
side.
the timing from upper. It's on Lightsaw. Passively watching mid for much of the round. He's got a sixth sense about that mid push, but the timing doesn't favor him. He still wins it out. 16 points of health.
Boy, the shock dart
And
though
Lightsaw is in a
should.
1 versus
Comms should
1
come in with
against
HP.
That is a brutal whiff. Does Cushy just want to swing out? Does he want to take a timing right now?
Lightsaw sees him coming.
Oh,
And unfortunately, he's not fast enough to stop him.
sorry,
7
missed the
rounds
first
here for
bullet. I thought
RRQ. That one,
maybe.
very hard fought.
Got more dangerous than it should have ever been. Shots from Juicy were phenomenal. And how the hell did he get out when he was getting sprayed on that first escape attempt? That was a reality. So crazy. Wolves put back onto the eco. They've been losing so many players, even in the rounds that they've been winning. They just can't buy.
Can't get many rounds in a row. They're up
It's
against a
shaping
lot
up
of
to be a
ults
heck of
again.
a half from RRQ. Shaky map 1, but your Pacific #1 seed now brimming with confidence on Icebox.
Hey, with that being said, it's not like we haven't seen a team get off to a big lead on Icebox attack, the side swap, and the team that gets onto attack go
I like this from I like this from Monyet though. Doesn't want to stick around, doesn't want to give him a gun.
Spike planted.
Everyone's in a position
Straightforward
to make
early
sure that they
plan,
can
Cushy.
hold the guns if they do go down.
Not bothered
Good
by
decision making from
snake
him.
bites. Juicy has to get off that line basically instantly.
Looks a lot better from RRQ on this one.
Away with Sheriff Show.
Oh,
Jefferson
that's-
says, right, well, it's time for me to go to work. I
Might
have
be
a
it.
sickle.
Good chance for the ace.
You are the crops that I'm about to reap.
Yeah.
Naturally on for the ace as Wolves do not want to feed another Blade Storm over to Jemkin. So they wait.
Enemy remaining.
Jemkin starts to close in and they know. Juicy says, no ace for you, I'm
Yeah,
running
none
at
of
your
that.
teammate.
Honestly though, he needed the
For
kill
RRQ
to get
against
Killjoy
this
ult,
anti-eco.
didn't he? Maybe that
Once
was
again,
worth.
respecting it.
I think that's
playing
right.
with a good burst
I'm
of
not
pace.
100% sure. I think I was looking at the wrong team maybe.
Taking a little note out of their Pacific Brethren's playbook with Karen and Texture. Just going to steal that ace away during Jemkin's debut. Hate to see that. Another first kill though. Just to add up to what is already a remarkable
so at 3 to go.
tally. Leicester won't be too
Yeah, we got.
about
Sorry, I
buying
apologize at the end
That's
there.
going to get him the
Okay, no
lockdown
armor
for
for
this
spring on this
final
one. That's pretty
round.
much the only
Final
thing. Got
opportunity to
Killjoy
get back on the
ult. We got
board.
Sov
Juicy,
ult to cancel it.
another
Viper ult if they get over
investment.
towards site, so maybe they have to fight a little bit heavier. And
Has enough to
does
get
feel
full
like
armor
Wolves
as
are
well, so
getting
why not?
pretty wrecked.
RRQ taking a lot
But
of
man, I've
early
seen some
space
mad
away
stuff
account
on
of that drone
Icebox.
being used, hoping that the shock darts will
And
clear
I
out
do
some
like
of
how
the
RRQ are
models
playing this
that
comp.
have really been
The Omen
keeping
looks really
RRQ
fun
at
to
bay
play.
while executing. And those shock
I
darts
feel like there's so much
just
stuff
that.
you can do with Omen.
There's enough time for Xpero to plant here and walk away with that lockdown intact. That's going to be destroyed. Monyet.
Yeah, nice deep smoke. It's a good example on this one. Ult for ult, deep smoke, and Killjoy ult as well. Deep Viper ult. And obviously I was talking about this smoke here.
Lockdown as well is going to waste
Hey, this
so
was nice
much
from
time for
RRQ.
Wolves
Knew
to
they were
get
up
the
against the
benefit of that
Killjoy ult and
window.
wanted to take like deep map control.
That choke on
Smoke
screen.
over
Monyet
towards
can
here.
run forward,
Put the
deal with that.
Omen
Now,
ult in
I'm
as
looking
well
at
and
the
he
double
actually
flank
sticks
from
it.
Wolves.
Oh, he might have.
What is this teleport?
I was going to say he might have gone for a bolt on there.
Stacked
Didn't
against
want to
Wolves.
finish
He was
it.
able to find a way in. Why you found his second? Cushy can't
Yeah,
quite hold
they
the
might
line.
have
It's gonna be
overstepped
Spring
it.
who finds the
They
trade.
might have
Now
overstepped
on the
it.
side of the Blade Storm, it's Juicy.
They
He's looking
really
for more,
overstepped
and I
this.
can't believe it. Deck might have been stacked against them, but Wolves draw a Joker.
Well.
That's all they need. 4 rounds.
They
on
did
this
like all the
defense
hard
side.
work
Not
and then
too
they just
shabby
kind
as
of
RRQ had such an
had
early
a
lead.
heavy overstep from multiple people.
In that post spot, which were dealt with handily by Wolves, getting 4 on the board.
Let's hope they
and
don't,
that's enough to win on the
live to
side
regret
block
this
of
one.
Icebox attack, get that pistol, get rolling from there. They can make a serious go at it.
RRQ showing a little bit of their prowess though, going ahead 8-4 rounds in this first half of Icebox. Stick around. Much more to come for this map, and hopefully series.
Yeah. It's like, come on, man.
You might have heard I'm going through a little upgrade with my tats. So when Verizon announced that everyone gets a free phone on any plan, pain-free, count me in.
Yeah, let's get the. Let's make sure we don't get owns on this. Still though, overall, if we ignore the last round, at least if we ignore the after plan of the last round, it was very nice from RRQ. I liked a lot of how they played this. They had a new. Like force over towards yellow that I hadn't seen before. Maybe other teams had done it with the Omen, but I hadn't seen it with the dash out Omen flash. It's kind of cool. Around would I mean, just loads of people overstepped. That's all it was. Keeping up with the CS major? Nah, not really. I watched one of the games was simple. That was about it.
$15 kills, 8 deaths. 4 of those first kills for Jemkin. He has
Lob,
answered
what's
the
happening
call
to Blob?
as the star player for RRQ. And he's been leading his team from the front on this Icebox map. It's a great start for RRQ. Of course, they really get the opening to the half that they were looking for. Converting that pistol before the bonus goes against them. Let's talk Coinbase Econ report now. Post Jemkin has an astounding 91.5.
Ryan, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that in the YouTube chat. Thank you, thank you.
Round after round.
Xpharaoh as
I have
well,
no
looking
idea.
good, just hasn't had too many deaths. Mon yet having a great half on the Viper. He was finding the really high impact kills. Obviously some struggles over on the side of Wolves. Juicy investing in that operator.
Yes, I mean, yeah.
In
Who knows, man?
contrast to Ascent, where Sufao was fragging hard,
Might do my top
clutching,
15 based
yet
off
to
of
make
this.
his name
Champs.
here on Icebox, but perhaps if Wolves can rally back on attack, that's where he's going to do it. We've seen this map be so attacker-sided favored at times. Wolves are hoping that's going to be the case for them right now, that they can continue the dream run that they're on. The biggest underdog we've had in this tournament. We're written off before it even began.
It will be a short one.
And
That's
against
the
all
Wolves
odds,
and
have
how
made
Sen
it to
played
the
against
playoffs,
Sheila
and
and
are
me. I think
looking
Sen
like
might be
the
really strong.
best
No, I think
team
Sen are really strong.
China sent.
I think they got a really good
Not
sunset
a
as
single
well.
soul expected.
And unlike China's #1 seed,
Sentinels also
it does
did
feel
good
like
to
RRQ is acclimated
adapt to
much more
how
quickly to these
Wolves play.
conditions.
Because again,
Yeah.
Wolves,
Didn't actually like
Wolves aren't
any
a bad
roster.
team, and they kind of
I was so
they
concerned
play a
about
lot of
that
their
when we were getting
maps
into
a
that second
little
half of Ascent.
unique.
When they lost that pistol round in the second half, it felt like we were going to get a repeat of yesterday. That maybe
They
the
break
nerves were
Sunset
there,
versus
they
Sen
weren't ready
Sunset.
for
It would be an
the
absolute
stage.
banger
Off
if
to
that
a
was the
slow
third map.
start.
All right, a brief monitor issue has now been rectified. We are moments away from jumping into the pistol in the second half. RRQ.
Okay, for the Pistols,
lead
2-1, 1-0 on
Wolves
this
8
map,
rounds to
and we
4.
get a
Let's
Gen G
get it started.
special. We got 3 sheriffs.
RRQ down just a bit to collect that orb on
Yeah,
the
just making sure it gets
side.
Sova all nice and early, and the wall is
Wolves
committed
looking
from
forward
Wolves, so
off this
you would
wall,
imagine
drone to clear out
that
everything
it's an
close
A
out.
hit. We have
So
one
the
person
Jemkin
holding all of
touch
this, no
someone
vision
spotted
blocks,
out
so they
on
can
Pike's
pretty much
Wolves.
play
They
full
want
with
to accelerate, but there are 3 players from RRQ, and they're looking intentional.
Powered over towards middle.
They want to fight.
Dizzy got cleared. Here's Juicy though from Dice. Good little headshot to get him opened up. The crazy guy found 2.
Wait,
There's a
Wingman
battle
actually did
Wolves landed.
bits.
have the numbers to overwhelm
Wingman
RRQ
saved
with
him
some
there.
great openers. Should be in a position now to stick the landing. It's on Monyet.
Just look at the death markers there. Everyone from RRQ wanted to flood in, but Wolves winning out the duels.
They're never going to chance to really flood adequately off that rafter position.
Okay,
The
nice.
pace from Wolves had them really
1-1
still on the
for the
starter's mark
Pistols.
when they had
Super
to fight.
double.
The second that they got that info
3-1
with the drone on 2 players, one bottom
Wingman, yeah,
Jemkin
big distraction. I got
fights.
the pump down as well. Double.
I'm feeling like, hey, in this moment, positions are going to be scrambled. They're going to be trying to rotate around, get backside. We're going to get in there, just push right together. Everybody swing right together. Win out the duels. Lysor ready to just stand.
This is unbelievably boostio coded. I'm actually here for every second of it.
Little movement, but a lot of standing.
Okay, they're allowed 2 deaths.
All right, Wolves.
2 people that can hunt. Who's close to their ult? No one really. It's pretty even on this one.
Cushy is happy
Cushy
to
still
keep
just getting free
getting
orbs
this
with this
orb
smoke.
for free.
At
Lysol
one
takes
point
a
you might
Guardian.
want to see
Time
him try
around.
and invest to stop that.
And you're right, Sufat was definitely a standout player for Wolves on that Ascent game. Somewhat quieter on Wolves' defense side, but got involved in the action in that pistol. But Juicy really led the charge. He's got a Vandal. And up they come, inching over towards Pipes. Cushy shows a bit of leg, takes damage for it. They've got to know that Jemkin is here. They're checking for it, and the J's gone.
I mean, they are basically running the exact same setup as the pistol round there, except it was a little more active from Cushy, hoping to bait for Jemkin to get a kill at some point, but it's not going to come. Wolves going to slow down the pace. They have not been a team to rush things on these attack rounds.
Much more structured than we expected them to be coming in this tournament, especially since that online.
Oh, it's a big play.
Sparrow's got snuck around on a timing. He's had to reveal himself there to take Lysor out of the game. Zufat is low.
Ah, dude, I was going to say maybe another on that one as well. Didn't want to use his molly.
Juicy. Nice final shot. Was worried about Zufat for a second there. Could have gotten picked off. Perhaps even that gun recovered.
Maybe
A
Death.
little bit of damage done, but ultimately not
That confidence.
too significant. Wolves
Confidence in the middle seat.
be able to bring in the important rifles here.
They're just checking for that spot.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they have to, obviously.
Yeah, they're going to do the classic. Just A spams until they
There's enough
lose.
cover that's, getting there, but it's a little bit too early for that to bloom properly. So it's a 2-round game. Wolves with that pistol. Now the bonus, though. Some investment being made. It's an outlaw and a bit of an odd round for it, Wyatt.
I want to see how RRQ
Yeah, Cushy every single time, just free to take this.
Do on A this time. It begins as it has in the prior two. Free orb being acquired for
Walk
the
over towards
Sova.
middle and then either a molly or swing over towards middle. I was too busy.
Love for Juicy
watching
to
the
find
orb.
an opening pick. Just play slow around him.
Okay,
gonna
one
be a
close to
headshot,
here.
though.
This alarm bot. The alarm bot's
spotted
placed a
out.
little bit to the left. No, I think he can walk
Little
past
bit
us
of
over towards
damage.
middle.
He got
Oh,
softened
a
up for
little
that
bit of
first
damage and then
engagement, so
finished off.
Juicy
That was
does get
nice.
the one-shot on him.
Yeah, the alarm bot's too far to the left. Oh, the Killjoy went too far to the left here as well. They really missed an opportunity on this. They nearly walked all the way through.
And they just peel back. A minute on the clock. Wolves posted up outside of A, waiting for that dark cover to drop. Crazy guys
Still,
gonna
though,
be playing
broken-
a lot of one-ways.
Broken
giving
turret,
something to work
broken
off of.
alarm bot.
Pushing out of some pressure now.
Oh
Just
boy,
one
gets
by
caught
Diddy.
out.
Couldn't see a damn thing.
Bonus round. And it's
Juicy's
looking
actually
kind of
up to
clean
take
at the
guy
moment.
here. They'll be on this A side. Look how meticulous they are. Also, the push-up tube might be illuminating for Lysor.
30 seconds
Just
left.
this team taking their time. RRQ want to get in there, letting the wingman get the spike down. Lysor just chilling on the flank, doesn't even need to make that
Free.
kill.
The turret's
Damn,
not there to see
dude.
him out. There was
We
no
got
way.
3
Crazy guy
armor
was gonna be ready
rebuys.
for that
That's
walk
it.
up
That's
mid. Is that
incredible
count
for the
that as an
bonus.
ace
It's a great
Maybe
round,
not. Maybe
and
not.
Doesn't count.
got to
doesn't
see some
count.
kind of
I do
timeout.
like the round from Wolves.
No, I like the round from Wolves as well. They create so much pressure over towards middle and then just go to what they were doing earlier, just the A hits, but obviously they had the late luck. Managed to break the turret and break the alarm bot within like, what, the first 30 seconds?
They trip that Killjoy utility, break it. Lysor buys
Taken, what the hell does that mean?
Spring goes back to the pack. Hit in with a 4-man swing into that A side. Lysor comes late. Nice little round that Wolves have played to convert this bonus. On the cusp of tying the game up. RRQ.
Here they go, one close.
Jemkin pushing a bit deeper than on those prior rounds up in Nest.
The plot armor on Wolves is pretty absurd. That play off
Dude,
the
look at their
bonus
money.
worked
The
so
money's
beautifully.
insane.
Coffers overflowing. Patient here.
Drone
This approach
goes
is
out,
Alpha
managed to
and
shoot
likely
this, so
reveal.
the bait
Yeah,
goes in.
Positioning Kuji's down. Jemkin wants to stick around. It ends up being to his detriment also.
Wait, spike. Oh,
Feel back.
crazy guy with the spike.
Comfortably converts, and now RRQ, yeah, really don't have much to work with. They are run ragged on this A side. It's just crazy guy. Best he can hope for here is some kind of odd timing. Juicy is not going to get
Crazy in the
an
winning
inch,
map.
mate.
So unlucky.
This one is as
This is
good
a
as
lot of
done.
convincing rounds for
Get
Wolves.
another plant
Like,
for
their money is out of
that
control.
wingman.
It really, really is.
While you're getting very close to the Thrash, obviously it's just easy to cycle that ultimate for the Gecko over and over. That's one of the major benefits of running the agent.
The Omen? I think the Omen's good, Bacon. I just don't think they're doing the right stuff.
Gecko being played like we used to last year. Still effective enough on Icebox.
Yampy,
One of the better
behave yourself.
initiators you can play for this map. One yet recovers that rifle, just going to save. RRQ having trouble so far with this slow style that Wolves love to play. It's even funny to hear them talking about wanting to increase the pace in some of these games in their press conferences. When it comes to the attack sides, they are often as patient as it gets.
Yeah, I would say they're very
There you have it.
methodical with a lot of their
Toronto,
rounds.
we have an even game. How are you feeling? That's what I like to hear. Wolves so unsteady, clawing these rounds back. Build up the pistol win. Now potentially threatening to drive this game away from RRQ. This would be a timely moment to to call that timeout, get Coach Ewok in the ears of the Pacific #1 seed.
Wolves are just trying to do what RRQ.
Well, it's been every round over towards A. This could be a good time for Wolves to go B if they wanted.
Things out. The difference may just come from the fact that RRQ at least
A lot of
lost
stuff,
a pistol, and
a lot of
so
stuff to think about.
it's made things a little bit easier for Wolves to just get this to 8-8. Their economy is absolutely out of control.
And unfortunately for RRQ, Jemkin has not been able to score a kill on this half yet.
Now, he's been trying to play aggro, but there hasn't really been utility behind him. It's just trying to tuck in corners, take a duel, dash away. There was that pretty unlucky round where he ran into the Outlaw after taking damage from YU, but then also just playing the tuck angle on pipes a couple times. Maybe at some point they can try to sync something up for him. But that being said, with his comp, they don't really have the flashes to play around either. You don't have that Dizzy to swing off of. You don't have a KO where you can throw a deep pop flash. Those are just not available
the
to
main
him.
talking of that
They also don't
timeout was definitely over towards A.
in his hands,
Looks
which
like
is
Wolves know that as well, and they want to
unfortunate.
try something a little bit different over towards B. Looks like we're seeing the fast Omen smoke over towards here, and they go aggro with the Omen, or are we baiting the Omen in? Or we're baiting the Omen in. Omen smoke, make it look like you're going fast over towards A aggro. We're saving a recon for the Sova ult. It's some kind of Sova ult strat.
But for how long can they afford to maintain that advanced footing on the defense side? Because now Wolves will go
Mob
elsewhere.
Zero with the tier 1. Thanks so much for the 3 months, dude. Thank you, thank you. Okay,
Lysa were throwing a deep
could
alarm
be
into
shooting that molly. Ooh, landed at the
Does
back,
get
so he didn't have a
broken.
chance.
As
Yeah,
does
comms
this
weren't good enough to
turret.
pull this one away as well, so it does get broken.
Cushy now can no longer get that free information in mid.
Yeah,
He
they
did
wanna be
clear
able
all of
to
B though.
At least feign that they can pressure towards mid. Jemkin
Great trade, man.
doing what he's been doing on these prior rounds.
Finally on the board in the second half. And as per usual, a first
Yeah, the
kill.
call goes
He
in.
was
We've got a 1-person
4-0 in
fake
the
over
first
towards
half
A with
of
the Silver
Icebox.
drone, and then insta hit over towards B. I'm looking
That
at
was a
crazy guy. Doesn't have the right
rapid
gun to actually
trade
stop the
there,
plant
as
here
the
as well.
strongest
So if they get
alarm
round this
is
corner,
deep
they're
in
so
the
fine.
A site. Intentions, of course, to just draw the attention of RRQ onto A, while the rest of the team
This is
is
great calling
slowly,
from Wolves.
silently contact
So much
remain.
pressure over towards her.
One-way cloud going to drop.
They're almost guaranteed a plant here.
Yeah.
And now
30
Does
seconds
Monyet
left.
have some kind of cross-map
Crazy
molly?
guys, no
It's like the only thing I can
opportunity
think of
try and take an
to
engagement from Snowman,
stop the
but
plant.
does eventually have to drop. 20 seconds now. Wants to swing out, but RRQ, they're just so spread across the
Yeah,
map.
it is really
Doesn't
nice
give
from
anyone
Wolves.
an
It's like a really
opportunity to
methodical
get
round from them.
active. They
Like
have
they
to
kinda
go for
win
a
in
full
the,
retake. Cushy has the
timeout.
Huntersphere. That's the best tool that they've got available right now.
Going to help them clear yellow potentially. They're already pinging over in that direction. Juicy in on the side. That's troublesome for Monyet. There it is. Okay, so Spring is picked up, and that also turns off the Viper Wall for later. Juicy now knows he's going to get multi-swung on this corner. It's getting a little bit close.
Oh, man, the
It's
double.
a disaster for RRQ. And Cushy now
Wait.
steps up to the side, knows he's virtually
least been
cooked
half.
here. Gets it to half, has to fight for his life. One more tap and he'll have it. Sufat doesn't give him the full kit and caboodle though. He won't give him an inch.
What a beast, man.
Ice cold is
What a
Sufat.
beast.
And he knows he's just delivered a back-breaking round win for Wolves.
He absolutely worked him. Just swinging out
so
with the
calm.
gun barrel is devious. Fair play to Cushy. He made a serious go.
Yeah, he made a good go at it. But
Wolves played that well, dividing themselves. Juicy running away, being the first to rush him. That is so sick.
Wolves are in the lead. What a massive round.
Yeah, and this
RRQ,
round
that was
is
a
probably
buy-in
haunting
investment from them. Even the Hunter's Fury committed to
RRQ a
the
little
round.
bit, but they actually need to try
And
and
now,
give me some rounds, give me some kind of
Vipers
convincing
Pit
rounds on
and
these.
Crash and Bladestorm.
Full-person aggro over
in the
towards
lead.
A, but I'm looking at Wolves. They're kind of in a
Around
good position
18.
for this.
Jemkin
We got the
has picked
turret,
up
we got silent drop on the
Hero
turret.
Vandal, intentions of fighting
Yeah,
all
they
of
don't
RRQ.
know
They
about
swing
numbers
out
here.
together, but the weapons are good enough to shut down by Wolves.
Decent enough, I suppose, for a
He
buy
missed
of
the
this
right click.
nature.
Standing.
Monyet giving him hell. Attack Sparrow with only
Damn,
a
nice
sheriff.
round from them.
And blinking, you'll miss it.
They
Wolves
saved
charging to the
Fischl
lead. It's 10
with the
to 8.
plant. I was going to say with the plant they
RRQ
get killed,
just
Joy. They managed to get
Lacking
it.
the utility required for some of these aggro plays. It's just coming down to having to straight up fight together, and They're at such a
Wolves,
disadvantage.
they
there
fight
with
together
just
pretty
one
well.
rifle.
Got nice trades as well.
Player with a sheriff, it's just not enough.
Looks like it's
Into
pretty
this
hard
next
to get like
round,
multi-kills.
I wanted to see this up at some point. Finally, the economy has gotten to a place where RRQ can actually purchase it, give it to Jemkin. This is going to have to be the crux of their success. To win a couple rounds in a row, get back in this half that has fallen completely out of their grasp. Try to win their map pick to take us to Lotus.
Okay, I mean, you got 2 passengers shooting all the utils, so they don't think about the op.
Wolves really trying to check every single corner here. They're definitely conditioned to Jemkin playing up close.
Yeah,
in
a
Nest,
little bit of a change up as well
and a
with
player playing low from pipes.
Killjoy util.
Is he going to force him down to the low ground?
This is it.
They just, again, want to slow things down. Take this space towards A, then work into the exec. Drone does spot out
Yeah, they only see the Sova, and that's the person that sold the solo fake earlier, so
it's
not like it gives you incredible info.
He's trying to get to A right now. The execute's coming through. Dizzy over the top.
Jemkin is forced back.
Keep an eye in middle, we go for the luck. And as we can see with the Killjoy util, this is the only place where they don't know for sure. It's very nice for Spring. It's really nice. Visual goes out as well. Did keeping big eye on this timing over towards middle. Omen flash was good. Hit 2 on site.
Crazy Guy doesn't have a
Crazy
chance.
Guy's in a good spot to get. Wait, really? Is it not a one-way? I was looking at the minimap. It looked like
Jemkin
it.
was forced off the side with his op. Desperately trying to get this weapon in his hands. And he's put it to use against Spring, but he remains on the outside looking in. And now Juicy is not done! Cutting a bloody swap through all of RRQ, such that Monyan at 5 health.
You have to
No
say.
business even trying to win the round for his team.
I gotta see that chat.
RRQ
I was watching the minimap.
looking to
Crazy
drop a
Guy
third
just missed,
consecutive
right?
round.
Too scared to even.
No, I was watching the
attempt
luck
to
and
go
I saw a
save
smoke
that
hit.
op with the low HP.
Yeah,
Playing it safe, getting out with the rifle only.
not a good one way because you can be
Jemkin
eased from
gets
distance.
one,
Or wasn't he
but it's
on
too little too
rafters,
late when
mate?
he does.
That can't be right. He's on
At this
rafters,
rate,
man.
Wolves are going to buy almost for the rest of the game.
No, the bank is absolutely outrageous for them. Spring going to have the Vipers
Nice,
get
he's in
into
so
this
much
next
early.
round. You have Lysol 1 away from getting the
They're
lockdown.
rough.
Juicy at some point pretty low on the scoreboard for Wolves, and now the most kills in the server at 19. He has been
Oh, it's rough.
outrageous.
It's really rough right
And his
now for
story
them.
is just incredible. I mean, ascending years ago with Crazy Guy on his team, but being unable to play due to not being eligible with his age, forced to wait until this year, can't get a team to join in Pacific, has to join
To be Kados'
Wolves,
first loss,
the
yeah.
team that had zero
be
expectations,
pretty
were
much-
written off by the community coming into this,
Pretty much
and
the
just
first
can't
loss
stop winning.
that
The
isn't
confidence
Pacific
is
v
flowing.
Pacific for
Like Sufat said,
The
he has
teams.
no fear of being eliminated. They've defied their own expectations already. And they just wanna
RRQ.
see
Yeah,
how
I thought they were
far
going to go
can
for
take it.
more.
It's
I mean, it's the same story
that
for
they've
every
gotten to this point.
seed one at the
Wolves,
moment.
they want to keep
I
that
thought people
underdog
will
moniker
go for risks.
as
They're
long
just
as
going so
humanly
safe.
possible.
This is one of the
But I forget
boldest
what
comps,
this-
and it's the Noman on Icebox.
I don't know how easy that's going to be for them to maintain. They are toppling some incredible teams.
Wolves?
but
Oh, this is
I've
a
gotta
big
say
win, man.
RRQ would be
No matter
by
what,
far the
5th
biggest, most
to
high-profile
6th.
notch in
If
their
they win
belts
this,
ever.
2 champ points.
And they pick a set against them. The audacity to choose RRQ's best map to start the series, and they take them to task. They're doing the same now on Icebox. Jemkin might not get an op back in his hands. He's saving this round for perhaps exactly that reason.
RQ are just thrust into another tragic buy. Monyat with the hero rifle that he saved from that
Dude, that's all they
last
got.
round. Perhaps here.
Oh my goodness,
Get a
this is
cheeky
Wolves for the
kill, there'll
taking.
be
They
an
got the
opportunity
ult
to
if they get
commit
over
the
towards
ultimates that they
any
have.
kind of
Kushi
side
is
with the
getting
after
close
pawn
to
as
that.
well.
Hunter's Fury as well,
Kushi,
just
one away
all
from
the way
his
now.
ult.
Jemkin is pushed up. He wants to take another first engagement.
Chobra?
but it looks like he's just
Yeah,
going to be
dude, I should have
flashed off
realized
this
when
line
Chobra
by
started.
YU, and you're going to have
Believe
Juicy
him.
swing out of this dark cover. Here it comes, forced to retreat.
Cloudburst gets him out, but Jemkin wants to linger. Knows that if a player pushed up and a weapon upgrade was offered to him, he'd gladly make use of it.
These lurks from Wolves have been getting so much impact as well. Spring has just picked his moments, really bided his time until the exact timing to spring the trap. Dizzy over time, it catches Cushy at 410, dangerous, but the dark cover will keep him protected, allow him to retreat.
Yeah, Juicy doesn't really want to test it.
Yeah, they got a lot of util out of them, but got like springers. Just go.
Oh, what? The mosh pit for Crazy
Ow.
Guy. That is a devastating loss. Cushy now is going to start hunting for something. The clock is starting to bleed. Wolves are really slowing the pace down.
It feels desperate. They're letting
30 seconds
RRQ
left. Right there.
scramble, fear the oncoming hit, get into bad position. Sufa ready to swing. The lockdown is coming through. What a kill from Cushy.
Traded out. It's going to be a lockdown for the
Man,
attack
the time
side
though,
as well.
lockdown for
Both are going to be
lockdown.
active. Wingman's going to go
Gotta
and
try
try and
to
get a
stop that
plant down.
wingman. Big
Spring
kill
tries
over
to get
towards
involved
here.
from mid.
Dude just really waits.
Enemy remaining.
And it's on Monyet.
Yeah, and he's got to respect the ult.
This time, though, he's got no choice. He's going to deliver some pure magic for RRQ.
That was absolute chaos with the double lockdown. The wingman getting broken. Monyet pressing forward. Duel against Nightstore. Dangerous to even offer him that opportunity.
They know exactly where Monyet is. Over to the sky, gives it a tap, but Juicy
Damn,
delivers.
very nice from them. Dude, Juicy over towards Sight. Huge.
He has
4
been
chances.
lethal on this attack
Right, got to give 100 champs points to compensate for the first seed. Dude, I'm telling you, it's all of the teams messing up. I promise you on everything. It's all the teams taking no risks and just, instead of trying to work out what the meta is, go super, super safe. That's all it is. There's no good full process behind stuff.
Viper's bid for a Wolves post plant. It's time for RRQ to pull out all the stops.
For all the hype that Jemkin has gotten coming into this tournament, Juicy is showing us who the real hot prospect coming out of Pacific is. He has been unreal. Crazy Guy force back by the Dizzy, and it's Juicy over top again.
And it's on Jemkin.
Dude, it's been non-stop A hits, by the way. Only had that one round after the timeout that was over towards B.
Nothing's going right for this #1 squad from APAC.
And it
Are you
seems
saying
like
this isn't
we're just
meta?
going to go
I'm
back to
saying
the
that
same
for this tournament
recipe for
here,
success from Wolves,
I'm not saying this
slowing
isn't
it down
meta. I'm not saying like this
outside
isn't a
of
good
A.
comp and stuff, but this, in my opinion, is like more something you would use on stage too than. I just think people should have lent into heavier comps that are harder to play against. That's it.
Pinged down by the recon bolt and doesn't want to try and push
Like
the
one
issue,
and done
but
comps here would
Juicy
secure you top
Chilling
4.
on the nano swarm, wants to get that space. Why are you
And
coming
what if you had a bit more
forward?
full
Now it's
process
getting
on
a
those
little bit
comps?
sloppy. Monyet and Xfero, last two
One
standing.
enemy remaining.
Dude, they wrecked
That's
them.
all on
Though. They
Xfero
actually wrecked
to
them.
keep RRQ in the
They
upper
couldn't even get
bracket.
around on the fence.
They don't know
Well,
he's
it's
here.
actually
Supat
doable.
down on a timing.
wait.
This will have Lysor's head on a swivel though. Turret to play with. All of his util at his disposal. Can Xfero solve the puzzle? Around the corner, Lysor and Juicy doubled up. Juicy in a position to trade should Lysor
Strong
get
pause.
information on Xfero's spot. He's on the move!
Damn, dude. Wolves 2-0. Everyone from Swiss is 2-0 first seed. Really, really big. Wolves secure 5th to 6th as well. 2 points, no matter what for them. Like champs points, it's big.